What's going on, guys? It Paul's back for the next part of this series, and in this part I fix it so you can see the tabs now. So hopefully that helps if that was being kind of an issue. The thing that's happening is that my monitor that I'm using here is actually now better than before, so it's bigger than normal, the 1920 by 1080. So every time I record I have to kind of cut either the top or the bottom or both of them off, you know. But in this case, I'm going to let the whole thing squish, because that's what's going to happen. But anyways, in this video, we're going to now account for another ant, I keep saying spider, another bug coming and taking his shit while he's in the middle of going and getting it. And what is he going to do when that happens? So, when we go to our ant behavior tree, when he's going to get the food, now here's the thing, he cannot go like... in this case he has the food, so at this point we don't care, but at this point we need him to, while he's going out there to get the food, we need to basically kind of do what we did here. With the choose food, we need to do a little bit of like, hey, are we still is it still valid, is it being held yet, either one of these things. So if it's either destroyed or being held, then basically we need to you know, do something to it. So essentially we just need to get the 1. So it should be fairly simple, and in this case, because we want him to be doing this, we want him to be checking this while he is going to get the food. This isn't going to be a task that he does and then this. So like right here, he's going to return the food, then he's going to wait. Now if there was nothing else he was doing, he would go back to returning food, and then he would wait, and he would just flip-flop back and forth. We're not going to do that here. We're just going to do a service. So we'll add a service. Now I already created this one, the ant verify food, and never actually did anything with it. So if I double click this, you can see that it's just data only. So we need to actually open the full blueprint editor, because I didn't have never put in anything in it yet, right? So let's put something in it. And let's get value as actor. Go ahead and promote that, and we'll call that the target key. Okay, let's first check his Vlad. Blah! If you want to know where I get the blah from for Dracula, there's 2 places actually that always crack me up. I used to go to the arcades and play Street Fighter all the time. I used to whoop everyone's ass, play tournaments. The Monster Mash, our pinball machine, whenever Dracula comes out, he yells blah just out of nowhere. And it was the one sound in a very crowded, very loud arcade that you could always make over everything else, just in the background. Blah! And we just used to die laughing, and we used to like scream that at each other out of nowhere because we're fucking idiot kids. Alright, so I'll always say it whenever I hear the word Vlad, you know, Vlad the Impaler, that's Dracula. Do I have to explain my idiocy jokes? I'm gonna do it anyway. Okay, so look, if we're still valid, we're okay for the most part, but if we're not, we're actually going to... How come I can't do... That's so weird. I had to do that 3 times. I don't understand. Like, that's what I was doing, and it just kept flashing and doing something over here. I don't know what was going on. I was hitting Control W. But we're going to clear this. Clear the backward value. I know I whine a lot, right? I'm like the whiniest tutorialist in the universe. No, it's not whining, it's bitching. I don't whine, I fucking piss and then I moan. Okay, so we can clear that if it's not valid, just to make sure. And then we also set value as bool. And we'll promote that. And that will be the has food. Well, shit, hang on. We don't have the food yet. No, we don't even need this. We'll call it the JJ, and we'll just get rid of it. Dude, delete the thing. Yes. Okay. Yeah, we don't actually need that. We don't actually need that. We'll just clear this, and that's cool. Okay. But after, if it is valid, we need to cast to picnic. Did the picnic basket, and then we come here, and as the picnic object, we fail. Actually, you know what? Let's just do this. And we'll, there is, by the way, no finish success or anything like that in a service. Services don't succeed. They run through their code and then they go through. That's it, you know? That's it. That's all there is to it. So if that does, we're going to say get being held. And basically what we'll do, why do I have two of these branches? I'm high as shit. Okay, so if we're being held, we also want to go here. But if not, basically we don't do anything. So these are all fail checks. So every time we run this, we're going to be like, okay, is that target key that we got, which is some actor thing, which should be the cheese that we're looking for, is that valid still right now? And it goes, yeah, okay, well, we'll cast to it. You know, this is actually kind of like non-important. I have to cast this anyway, but I might as well fire is failed here, because if at some point, for some weird reason, it doesn't cast, this would be strange, but I guess it's there. And then basically we check if it's being held. And if it is now being, because remember first, it wouldn't have gotten set as our target key if it was being held in the beginning. And the reason for that is choose food, first make sure that that's false. Okay, so if that becomes true, we now clear it. And once it gets cleared, once we clear that value in the behavior tree, target actor will no longer be set. So we'll kick it right out of here. And we'll go back to choosing food. At which point, you'll skip that one. Should work. There he's there. He should immediately stop what he's doing as soon as another ant gets the other. Well, not as soon as. Hang on, let's make sure it happens first. Okay, so it's running, and as you can see here, we actually are giving it the intervals. So it's from 0.4 to 0.6 seconds. I really don't see any need for any variation in that at all. I just don't see any need for it. In fact, we want this to go as slow as humanly possible without the ant breaking. I mean, I would even say he should check this every 20 seconds, in my opinion, you know, but the thing is that's way too long, because what if he's too close to it? So maybe there's another check you do here where we do another we do the same thing, we just duplicate this, but we put this on a faster interval as you get closer. So we just check vicinity to it. Say, hey, if I'm within 500, if I'm within 200 and it goes away, I should react fairly quickly. But if I'm within, you know, if I'm way out there, I can kind of keep coming towards this one. I can ignore that command right now. That's a possibility for later, I guess. So first, we need another ant. Let's set up a more obvious test bed here. Let's get rid of some stuff. Okay, so we got a red and green ant, right? Okay, the green ant should absolutely win, correct? Also, both of them should go for the one in the middle first, right? Because they're closer. That if you look at the distance between the red one and here and that distance, this one's definitely closer. Same thing here, and obviously the one out here is never going to be closer. So they should both choose the same one. Now what should happen is when this guy gets it, he should start taking it away. This guy, however, this guy should turn around, or should stop and turn around to go back to the other one. Because by the time he gets here, he should still be closer to this one. That's why I was kind of wanting to make this one a little bit like almost an even spacing, so that, and put this one over here so that he would, you know, always want to go this one. I don't want him to go after this one. This is stupid, but you know, it might work out that way. But let's see what happens real quick. And I do know for a fact that if this is very even and they get there at the same time, that this guy will take the cheese, and then this guy will immediately take it from him, which we have to avoid. Okay, so let's see. Green's got it. Red's still going for it. Green took it home. Okay. Red, the idiot BP3, has food is false. Target actor is not set. He should be choosing food. Which one am I on? BP3. I can never tell which one I'm supposed to be looking at. So choose foods here. There's a lot of shit open here, I know. That's why I kind of hit it before. Well, one of them's got to be doing it. Is it stuckered? Is it stuckered because it's von fuckered? Okay, well, something's wrong, so let me do a little looking myself first, think if there's something obvious. And yeah, I do see the errors. It's pending kill. Yeah, see, he didn't. I thought I'd see that was part of it. Verify food. Is it still valid? If it is not valid, then clear it. Oh shit. Yeah. Damn. I suck at this. Verify food. Yeah, I always forget this. And I always make a point to tell everybody how important it is, and then I do it every time. I'm a hypocrite. Yeah, so he didn't have a target. Okay, well, hang on. Is this teeter-tottering or something weird? I can't tell what the fuck this is doing, but that's not gonna give me any values. Current value. Current value is none. Okay, let's do this. Let's do verify the food, because it's being kind of a dickwad about. Now I have two of them and I don't know which one's which, and none of them seem to be firing it. I gotta print some outputs here. Okay, not valid. Did anybody else see the ghosted thing behind that, left behind, and the fact that everything is like twice as dark as it used to be because it's no longer, like when I delete this, like now you can see through everything? Is that just me? It was weird, everything was just solid. That's happening to me every once in a while. Okay, it's not valid. And then we'll check cast failed. And then being held. Being held. I'm gonna name my child that. Being held. Being held? Come here. Go to school. Don't worry about the bullies. If your name is being held, your last name is in the toilet. I don't understand why they want to bully you, being held in the toilet. Okay, so if you're not being held, we're okay, right? Yeah. So I should at least get a printout of each one of these. Okay, hang on. Still good, and I'm going for it. I know, I shouldn't write too much shit. I always get irritated when I watch somebody else do it and they put this big ass long thing. Dude, just write the word go, or yes, or success, or something. Just do it fast. Don't write a big ass sentence. No, in this case, I need it to, they're going to both be doing this, and I think, and I need the lines to actually be longer to stick out. That's why I did it that way. Plus, I'm being an idiot. So I'm going for it. Okay, so nothing else, still good, and I'm going for it. So, and I got an error. He should be going to get the food. This, what the fuck does that mean? This is a service. Target key is looking for target actor. He said I'm still good, but then I got an error. So I'm assuming that's going to come back with not valid. Still good, and I'm going for it. See, that should have absolutely not happened. It's pending kill. I fucking hate that. Like, see, the service should have kicked him out of this. Hang on. There's a way to do, maybe just here. It's like stop movement immediately. Stop movement. Bam. Pretty much on all those. See, that this service is it might need to be received tick. The controller. It might need to be received tick. I can't remember. Maybe I will see how quickly that spams. Okay, not too fast. Now it's at least going, and then he turned around. So yeah, it was supposed to be on tick. So now they'll both go get their own. So I should be able to slow that down now. Well, shit, it is already slow. It's depending on what interval they get to it, I suppose. See, he immediately turned around and went for the next one. Still good, I'm going for it. Now they're both still going for it. So they should be fine now. He'll just go get this, and then they'll both wander when they get back. So he's got his. There's no other one, so he's going to wander around. And this guy should pretty much do about the same thing. See? And remember, my wander radius is super small, so they're just staying right there. It's working perfect. 20 minutes in. I'm going to stop the video right here because that's all I need. Let's go. This will be the first time I'm actually going to re-go through stuff. But again, just real quick, right? The reason it wasn't working, it was only running one time, the very first time, which is actually a good thing about services, because I think though what happens is if the reason is because it's now running over and over and over again, the receive activation only gets ran the first time. But if at any point for some reason I think that if I this thing actually comes back and kicks me out of here, so I end up over here for a minute. When I come back in again, I do believe that the receive activation will be ran again. Okay, it was only being ran the first time, and you can see that I used the print strings to help me get there, you know, but I don't need them anymore, right? So all the roads lead there. Certainly don't need them to say I'm still good and going for it every 2 seconds. So it's a little ugly. I suppose what I could do if I really want to is put a custom event here and then have each one of these branches call a custom event, but who gives a shit? You know? At some point you just gotta say, yes, okay, it would look nicer, but at some point, who gives a shit, man? Just go. I'm done. I don't want to look at it anymore, right? We just go. Okay, so yeah, that's it. And verify food, again, just checks validity first. If that fails, we stop him, kick out the key. Okay, we clear it. We make sure it casts. We need to make sure, we have to cast to get this variable anyway, so actually if it doesn't cast, really the game will probably never change if I disconnect this line here. But if at any point something weird happens, like say it gets destroyed in between when this was valid and when this gets cast, which is an astronomical chance that it be destroyed right at this point in time, then this could fail, and we need all cases to make sure that we return here. And this is actually the only safe case. So if something glitches, he's going to drop his target, which is what we want him to do. And that's it. Actually, I want to do this real quick, right? Let's play with it at least, right? It's only been 20 minutes. Damn it. I want to get rid of that thing. This goddamn default scene root thing. What the? Okay. There we go. So we create our own scene root to take over and get rid of that stupid ass thing that wouldn't go away even when I unchecked visible, which is kind of a dick move. Okay, so let's now, in the case of me wanting to do something like this kind of thing, where I have like a pile of them, and I make like a cool, neat little like stack or something of them that they come and they take from, in this case, I would most likely want to go with physics, right? Because like it's going to look weird if they take them all but that one, and then I'm left floating. So this point, because I don't have them simulating physics, which I can, there's nothing wrong with it. Also, here's another idea, and I may do this in another video, and you guys let me know what you think. Actually, it will be too late by the time you let me know, so just, I don't give a shit what you think, because I can't use the information. It's not that I don't care about you as individuals, it's just that the information will come too late, so it doesn't do me any good. Therefore, I don't care, but I was thinking I could put all these in one blueprint, and have like a plate manager kind of thing. Like this is a single source of food. It has 8 or 7, it has 8 pieces, and when all these pieces are done, then this plate has been destroyed, and maybe I can have multiple plates. So there's a plate of cheese, there's a plate of grapes, there's a plate of candies or something, whatever the hell I put out there. There's a sandwich or something that they take pieces of, I don't really know, but this would manage that. Instead of having the game state involved, I really don't need that, because I can just have this actor be put down and it can take care of everything. Plus the actor could have its own stave game. I mean, there's lots of stuff to do. So yeah, I'm thinking about managing this differently so that these are all one actor. And then the list is fairly easy to grasp as well. But let's I don't, yeah, no, they have to get destroyed right now, but let's just let them get some cheese. Wait, you know what? I gotta make a spawner too. That's important. Now the other idea too is that now this would actually constitute as a spawn point for me in reality, right? Because I'm sending them back to their spawn point. So the other thing that I want to do too is when they spawn, I want them to have a spawn animation, meaning that they're going to come like crawling out of the ground and create a mound when they do it. And I want that mound to stay where it was probably. I'm not sure. And it can, you know, just be sand, right, or dirt, depending if they come out of grass or something. But to, you know, they're not going to be able to come out of carpet, right? That's going to be weird unless I do a little bursted carpet hole where they bust out of the carpet, which actually would be kind of cool, really cool. Because before they bust out of the carpet, they are nothing but a mound, like a dome, that is set to world align texture on the carpet texture, so that when it moves around, right, that it just looks like a lump that's being pushed through the carpet around. That'd be fucking awesome. That's what I'm gonna do. But I was actually planning on doing that with the spiders, not with the ants, because the ants were gonna be outside. So let's let them fight. Well, I'm gonna sit around watching them doing nothing, right? I would say, yeah, I do want to manage the cheese. The poor Freddy, he didn't get nothing. They got them all before Freddy even showed up. Have you ever had people do that to you? Fucking assholes.